So there's been a lot of talk in the community about the Coalition's next project, and obviously, guys, Gear 6 is in the pipeline, but the Coalition is working on something else. Well, coming to us, guys, from Shadows, who is obviously the biggest creator in the Gears community, as well as Jeff Grubb, Shadows went ahead and tweeted out saying, rumor, the Coalition are working on a brand new IP not associated with Gears of War for a release date in 2023. Via Jeff Grubb, the project is to help the Coalition learn and develop an Unreal Engine 5 before the next Gears with a reveal announcement at Xbox Game Showcase 2022 event. So here's my thoughts on that. Obviously, guys, this is really an interesting ordeal when we talk about, the perspective of, okay, the Coalition is going to work on this title specifically to kind of get used to Unreal Engine 5, which I think is a really interesting concept. They're almost using this as, a test to see how they can make the best product out of Gear 6 when that comes out. Now, sure, I'm sure the Coalition wants to knock this new IP out of the park, but at the same time, when we think about, obviously Gear 6 is, the next addition and continuation of the Gears of War franchise, obviously being the biggest franchise for the Coalition and one of the biggest franchises for Microsoft at this point. They really want to knock Gears 6 out of the park. So how do you do that? Well, a way that you could do it is certainly by making a game based in Unreal Engine 5 before even really starting. I mean, you can obviously start the initial concepts, which I'm sure they've done for a while now, that being the Coalition with Gears 6. But you could really see, okay, this is where we want to go as far as we create this new IP in Unreal Engine 5, kind of get our feet wet with the engine, and then move completely into Gears 6, for the future, knowing now, okay, this is how we want to do it. Because obviously in 2023, when the Coalition's new project comes out, there's going to be things, I'm sure, with it being Unreal Engine 5 that some people are going to love, some people are going to hate. And what the Coalition can take from that is seeing, okay, this is what we did right, wrong, and this is what we can do better moving forward for Gears 6. Because obviously, guys, there's a lot of pressure on the Coalition to crush, Gear 6. I mean, without question. I mean, this could be, if it's not done properly, I mean, it could potentially be the last Gears of War game in the franchise if it's not, absolutely incredible. And so I think that this is a very smart move by the Coalition as well as Microsoft to put a product out there, maybe not as high budget and things of that nature, an IP that the Coalition can work on, that I'm sure we're going to see like some similarities to Gears of War, even though it's not going to be specifically in the Gears universe. I think there's going to be things that we can certainly take from this next IP, and I can't wait to give you guys more information about what the Coalition's working on. But I think this is a really good move, even though it's going to delay Gears 6 to 2024, 2025, whatever the case may be. I think that this is going to be very good for the future of the Gears of War franchise. Take your time. That's what I've always said, guys, on the YouTube channel. At the end of the day, obviously, we want these games to come out, but we want them to come out properly. Gears of War has had a history of bad launches when the games first come out and things of that nature. I just want Gear 6 to absolutely crush expectations, to do things that we haven't seen in Gears of War to date. I want this to then, of course, lead us into the next generation of Gears of War content and Gears of War games and things of that nature. And so I really want the Coalition, just take your time. At the end of the day, take your time, make this next IP, which we're all going to be really excited about, but then also work on Gears 6 and get Gears 6, exactly how you want it before the release. That being said, though, guys, what do you think the reasoning for the Coalition working on a new IP is? Do you think that there's something, else down the pipeline? Like the Coalition's been told by Microsoft that this could be the last Gears game, so they want to make a new IP to kind of obviously be compared to, contrast, or whatever with the Gears of War universe, or they want to just start a new IP altogether so that if Gears fails, they've got something else to fall back on. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. And for more Gears of War content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.